Having standards is absolutely key if you want to find a girl who shares the same values as you do. Out of all the girls I dated, there was especially one that I connected very well with, who basically had the exact same values as me. And one of the big reasons I found her and I got to date her was because I built an aesthetic physique. If you want the exact same program that I used to go from skinny to aesthetic, then I have put it out all the work in the top link of the description. Have you ever felt that the girls that you're trying to get is way too out of your league? Because then this video is for you. I'll break down the exact steps that I used to find a 10 out of 10 girlfriend, looks and personality wise. So you can finally make it happen yourself. So step number 1, be in the right environment. So something that I want you to understand is that the type of personality that your future girlfriend, the one that you visualize to be the perfect girl, you have to understand that she is at a special place. She's not all around. So what I mean by this is, for example, either she is at the gym, for example, because she's building the most attractive physique possible for her future man, or she could just be a hoe and a bit of a slut, and she just go to parties every single weekend and doesn't really try to improve anything about her. So you gotta identify the kind of girl that she is, like the one that you want to get. And then out of what you have identified, then you need to understand where you need to be in order to meet her. Like, you can probably understand that this is pretty much common sense, right? So let me give you an example. So for example, the girl that I talked about, that she was just a 10 out of 10 for me in like every way, personality wise. We shared the same values, looks wise as well. The way that I found her was literally identifying what would be the perfect girl for me. I then figured out, there will probably be somebody who plays table tennis just like I do and who also takes it seriously. Then the second thing that I thought about was that, I'm trying to build an aesthetic physique, which is the most attractive physique for a man. I want her to have the most attractive physique for a woman, so an hour shape class. So what does she need to do? She also need to do some kind of activity and hypertrophy training, which was going to the gym. She did that as well. Then I am also the kind of type of person who doesn't want to have a girl who drinks. She didn't do that either. So that's when I thought to myself, where would such a girl be? Well, obviously, she needs to play table tennis, so of course I would meet her at table tennis tournaments. So I literally just went to as many table tennis tournaments as possible, and that's when I found her. I literally just went straight up to a girl that I literally thought looked perfect for me. And I was just lucky that there was actually a person who literally shared the exact same values as me. And that's how I got together with her. So my action step for you is that you need to identify first the exact traits that you want your future girl to have. So does she smoke? Does she do this and that and that? And when you figure all of these things out, that's when you know where you should be in order to meet that kind of girl. If you already found these tips helpful, then I would highly recommend you to go down and click subscribe to my channel. It's exactly what I teach on this channel, how to become the most attractive version of yourself by doing looksmaxxing. But anyway, let's get to step number 2. And that is how to improve your success rate with getting girls. So there's literally some things that we can do in order for our percentage to go up when we try to speak to a girl. And that is, first of all, literally just speak to as many girls as possible, because mathematically, the more girls that we speak to, the higher our chances will be. Imagine if you only asked 5 girls, right? And let's say that you have a 10% success rate. Then you would not get anyone, right? You would need in order to get 10. So if you ask 10 different girls, then you will be able to get 1. So why not just ask as many girls as possible so you can just quickly get a girlfriend? So imagine the difference between asking 10 girls and 100 girls. If you ask 10 girls, you only get 1. If you ask 100, then you will get 10. Isn't this just fucking mind-blowing? Like, we literally just have to stop our coping with thinking, they will come to me, or something bullshit like that, right? We just need to go up and speak to girls, because the more that we do that, the higher our chances will be to get her. Basically, it's just a numbers game. You just gotta try to hit as many girls as possible. When you try to do that, then you will soon figure out that it's actually pretty easy. You just need to speak to more girls. Well, that was one of the tips. The second tip is actually that we can improve ourselves. So what I mean by this is that we can improve our looks, basically by looksmaxxing. So you can improve your body. You can also improve your face, because your face literally have over 40 different muscles. This is literally the same as you can train your body to become more attractive. You can also train your face to become more attractive. Isn't this mind blowing? Like, you can literally just see from my before pictures that I looked fucking ugly, and that was at like 17 years old. My puberty has already hit me. So it's literally just when I began to do the exercises for my face that I transformed myself to now looking fucking the best version of myself here at 19 years old. And there are certain muscles in our face out of these 40 that we need to focus on. I call it the 4 main focus points. And these 4 main focus points is the orbicularis muscle, which is the muscles around your eye area here. The reason why we want to train this is because it tightens up the end of your eyebrow here, tightens it up like this. So if you have something what's called a negative tilt in your eyebrows, which means that your eyebrows is going down like this, then if you train this muscle, it will literally pull the end of your eyebrows up, so you will get that more hunter eye look. But it's also, if you have a raised eyebrow, just like I did, where it's like look like a rainbow, then also if we train it, it will kind of stretch itself out and down, so you will get this more calm look. It is the single best muscles to train in our face, because it just gives such an attractive look around your eye area. Then the second muscle is the masseter. The masseter muscles is the thick muscles around your jaw area, right around here. It will give you that thick bone looking structure, even though it's not your bones that you're growing, but it will just give you this thick jawline look. It's the kind of TikTok boyish jawline that you will get by doing this. The third muscle is your hyoid bone. Your hyoid bone is like around your throat area at the top. So when we train this muscle, you will literally tighten up your skin around your chin area here. So instead of you looking fat like this and have skin hanging, you will begin to look more like that, where your skin tightens up. It is such an incredible muscles to train. You can literally be skinny and you can still have fucking fat hanging off like around here. So it's not just about being lean. Of course it's important to be lean, but we also want to train the hyoid bone muscle. The fourth muscle, and the most important one in my opinion, is the palate. So your palate has 2 different muscles. You have the hard palate and you have the soft palate. The soft palate, when we train the soft palate, you will open up the airways through your nose. So it's pretty useful if you have a hard time breathing. But the most important part is actually to train the hard palate, because the hard palate is the one that will give you what's called the forward growth. Forward growth is where your jawline comes outwards, so you get a longer jaw, which is so attractive, because just look at these different pictures here. There's such a huge difference that if you get from doing mouth breathing and having this fucking look to having that kind of attractive forward jaw looking look. But just like there are important muscles to train for our face, there's also important muscles that we need to train our body, and those I call the 7 aesthetic muscles. The 7 aesthetic muscles is the one that will give you the most attractive look that I've ever experienced. You will get so much attraction from girls that you will literally kinda begin to question yourself about, is it really this easy? Has it really been this easy all the time? The muscles are your neck, your upper traps, your upper chest, your lateral delts, your lats, your biceps, and your abs. Those are the single most important muscles to train if you want to become the most attractive version of yourself. And all of these different things, like training the 7 aesthetic muscles, training the muscles in your face, as I talked about, I teach all of this inside of my program. And that's exactly why, bro, I will do everything in my power for you to get these results. Like, I know how fucking irritating it is to be ugly. I literally played some games when I was younger called SPK. So it's basically where you could challenge the other person to do something. And then you were a whole group of people sitting together so you could kind of hear each other. Can you guess what the challenge was about. Of course, it was literally just about kissing your crush, right? So you would, for example, ask your crush, SPK. Then they would say like, okay, K. K is for consequences in my country, right? So they said always K because that was the most interesting thing to do. Then they say, oh, I bet you can't kiss me. And I was at this game, right? And I never got asked to do an SPK question. So usually the turn would go from person to person to person, but I never got questioned. I was always the kid who just kind of sat there and just looked at the other gotten kissed. And I never looked really attractive, so of course I don't blame them, but it's just the fact that it hurts so much to not be attractive. It's the fucking worst. Because you begin to doubt yourself, like, oh, am I good enough? Am I ever gonna find a girlfriend? Are any girl ever gonna love me? Like, all these different thoughts. I'm telling you, bro, I will help you to get rid of those thoughts. The way that you get rid of those thoughts is by joining my program. I'm telling you, I'm doing everything in my power to get you to become the most attractive version of yourself. Again, it's the top link of the description. It's the cheapest price that it will ever be right now. It's only $20 because it's in pre-sale. So step number 3, I will quickly go through this. So that is to have standards. Don't be the needy guy. So basically, I used to be so needy. So basically, when I was younger and I went to like 4th grade, 3rd grade, all these small grades in like elementary school, I think it's called. Every single time that we have to do something like that we gotta pick up a computer in a different room, all of these things, right? There will always be a door, of course, to open for the room. Every single time, I'm not even kidding you, I ran over to the door just so I could open the door for the girls. And then I would be happy, smiley guy while opening the door for everybody in the classroom, just to get that little bit validation of saying, oh, thank you so much, you're so nice. And I will be like, oh, thank you so much. This is gonna get me girls. Do you ever think that I got a girl by doing that shit? Obviously not. If I could go back in time, bro, I would have slapped this shit out of myself and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're literally ruining your chances of getting a girl. But yeah, such stupid shit. But that is my lesson to you that I want you to understand. Don't be the needy guy. Like, girls can kind of smell if you're needy. If you come up to them and you kind of want something from them, they can tell, bro. So my lesson to you is just to go up and don't try to get something out of them, but try to learn about them. So, for example, learn about what their values are, learn what they're interested in, learn about their ambitions. What do they want to do with life? Because then also you save your time from not hanging around fucking useless girls who just only thinks about drinking and smoking and just scrolling on social media. But anyway, it's just so nice because when you build an aesthetic physique and you build the muscles in your face and become more attractive, now it's me who's getting compliments. Like, I literally had this girl that I was paying a visit to from some time ago, from some weeks ago. When I met her, and then when I had to leave her, she literally told me, I bet you are getting told this so often, but you are literally such a hot catch. One of my friends at least told me that. Like, so she had a friend group, and all of those friends in her group told her that, oh, he's such a hot catch, that guy, and all of these different things, right? So it's just to tell you that it truly makes a difference when you change your physical appearance. Like, I'm telling you, don't hate the game, join the game, bro. We can say that it's fucking disgusting, all this shit, but it's the game. So why not just fucking join it and get the results? But again, in order to get these results and to get complimented by girls, then you need to build an aesthetic physique and build the most attractive muscles in your face. And that's exactly what I teach you in the program. So again, I will highly recommend you to go down and click the top link of the description. I will literally do everything in my power, bro. I'm telling you, I will make it happen for you. I made it happen for me, the one with the worst genetics possible. I can make it happen for you too. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, bro. Mwah!